What's a fast way to create some recurring revenue within your marketing funnel business? And what's the easiest method to sell blog post opt-ins? In this video, I want to talk about how I got started in the marketing funnel game, as well as a really easy source of recurring revenue that you can sell to your customers and how to sell blog post opt-ins. Hey guys, Mike here from Sell Your Service. I help funnel builders like you attract and sell 5-figure marketing funnel projects as well as sell more marketing funnels. So if you're new here, you should go ahead and subscribe. I've got some free training down below on how to start a profitable marketing funnel agency, as well as like how to land your first client within 30 days. That's in the description down below. But in the meantime, let's talk about how to sell blog post opt-ins for recurring revenue. So I remember when I was kind of starting out in the marketing funnel game, I would really struggle to create profitable product ideas. I had all these ideas and skills on how to build, for example, blog post opt-ins, and I knew how to do all these other kind of clever things like redirects and upsells and all this stuff. But no one wanted to buy any of my services. No one wanted to buy any of my products. And I needed recurring revenue. Recurring revenue is like one of the holy grails to scaling. No one is going to just buy blog post opt-ins for the sake of it. I think there's a huge misconception that only certain businesses benefit from buying blog post opt-ins, when in actual fact, almost all businesses benefit from buying blog post opt-ins. The way that you sell blog post opt-ins, however, is specific to the benefits that it offers. And I also want to talk a little bit about like how you can price and how you can do upfront costs and create some recurring revenue. So where we're going to start is looking at 3 core benefits. And these benefits are actually what you sell to your customers. I'm also going to talk about a close and a typical kind of objection, as well as, like I mentioned, a little bit about pricing. The first benefit is talk to the customer, and the mistake people make is they'll say, oh, we want to install blog post opt-ins on your blog post to convert traffic into leads. And they'll go, okay, fine, that's all right. That's still a little bit feature heavy. Instead, when you're having a conversation with a customer or during kind of maybe some of your ad copy, I want you to talk about growing a list of interested prospects who have said that they want to hear from you. This is a very different proposition when we talk to a customer and we say, okay, Mr. Customer, how about if I was able to generate a list of ready prospects who want to buy from you, who have also explicitly told us that they want to hear from us. That's the benefit. That's an interesting sell. They're going to go, yeah, that sounds good. That's something that we would want. And you go, fantastic. What we're going to do is we're going to help grow a list of interested prospects who have demonstrated some kind of interest in your products or services, who have qualified themselves and given us explicit permission to say that they want to hear from us again. Would you like that? Yes, please. Great. Sign here. The second benefit is reducing the time it takes to convert a lead into a sale. As you're talking to your customers and you create advertising copy, or you build this process out for yourself and you have it on your website and say, this is what we sell, these are the services, changing it away from we install blog post opt-ins to we reduce the amount of time it takes for a lead to buy is massively, massively powerful, because that's what your blog post opt-ins do. People they're reading blog content, they then go ahead and sign up to a lead magnet, and then they're more likely to buy for a variety of reasons. But if we can say to a customer, what if we could change the process from you going out manually networking, meeting people, doing all that kind of stuff, and instead we generate leads on autopilot and automation, and we just kind of filter them through, and you wake up every single day with new leads in your inbox, and they're more likely to buy. Does that sound like something that you'd want? Yes, that sounds great. Cool. That's the second benefit, is reducing the amount of time it takes for a lead to turn into a sale. And the third benefit is massively reducing advertising costs and even getting paid to attract leads. So when you pay search engines and when you pay social media sites to bring traffic to a blog post, you're obviously paying per click or per acquisition or whatever it is. When you convert traffic into leads and into email subscribers, into qualified prospects, you reduce the cost of acquisition as well as reduce your advertising costs, because you're more likely to make a sale both on automation and because you're increasing the number of leads that you get. So therefore your advertising costs are reduced. What this means is that the customer can end up spending more money on advertising and traffic and getting people back to their blog and reading their content, because they're able to convert a certain percentage of them into qualified leads. Most business's biggest problem is lead generation, lead qualification, and making the sale, blog post opt-ins can do all of that for you. It's interesting when customers say, okay, well, how are you going to do that? You just talk them through the process. You say, well, what we're going to do is we're going to install a series of blog post opt-ins for you. We're going to create a ton of lead magnets, or even just one lead magnet, and every single person who arrives on your website is going to be offered to download this free piece of information. And when they do, we can then follow up with them and close them and sell them. How does that sound? And I guarantee you they're going to say, yes, please tell me more. That sounds really interesting, because you've got these three huge benefits. Growing a list of interested prospects who say they want to hear from you, massively reducing the time it takes to convert a lead into a sale, and reducing advertising costs and even getting paid to attract leads. Because what you end up doing is you attract a bunch of leads. Let's say you attract 100 leads and you spent $1,000 on advertising, so that's $10 per lead. And if you just made one $1,000 sale, you end up being paid to generate all those leads, because you still get all those leads in your inbox, or your customer still gets them in their inbox, and they've made a sale. So they're actually acquiring customers at profit, or acquiring leads at profit, which is insane. A really common objection to this is, why wouldn't I just do this myself? And that's a really good question, and you have to frame it around time. Instead of arguing with the customer, you want to agree with them. Okay, so we're going to flip this. So let's say the customer says, okay, well, why wouldn't I just do this myself? You say, do you know what, Mr. Customer? Tell me how much time you spend networking and attracting leads. Tell me how much time you and your sales team spend attracting cold leads and going out there and prospecting and cold calling. And they'll say, yeah, a fair amount. You go, I totally agree that you could build this yourself. You're certainly capable, your team are capable, but this isn't about you doing it yourself. It's about giving you time back. I want to prevent you from going out there and networking and having to do this manually, and instead doing this on autopilot for you. This isn't a question of cost. This is a question of your time. If you tell me that you spend 20 hours a week out there networking with your team, building relationships, I could eliminate that from your weekly routine. Imagine if instead of having to go out there and network all the time and generate cold leads to get one or two prospects, you knew that you had one or two prospects a day come into your email inbox and they were qualified and they wanted to work with you. How much time would that save you? And then you're telling me that on top of that saved time, you also want to go out there and build this for them? No, no, no. Instead, what you should be doing is you should be hiring us. We can take care of this. Sign here and let's get started today. Instead, what we're doing is we're trying to reframe the question of why wouldn't I do this to myself, and say, look how much time you would save. First of all, by implementing it, because you remove that kind of manual process of lead generation. But also, you're a busy person, Mr. Customer. You shouldn't be doing it yourself. You've already told me that you're busy. Get someone else to do it for you. So the way that I tend to price this is I look at it two ways. First of all, I will do an upfront cost for installation and a little bit of milling around. That will usually be around $2,500 to $5,000 to look at their website, look what it is they need to do a content audit. I'm not creating any content. I'm not doing a report or anything like that. I just need to look and see what's available inside kind of their ecosystem and their website for me to be able to build this out, and if I can build it out. Then I get them to pay a monthly fee. At the time, I think it was like $75 a month. It was very cheap, and that gave them 3 opt-ins, I think, per time, and they were able to then go ahead and install them, and we installed them on as many sites as they needed. What's your favorite benefit from the blog post opt-ins that I've mentioned? Maybe it's this one of these, or maybe it's one that you've got yourself. Let me know in the comments below. I've got some free training down below on how to start a profitable marketing funnel business, as well as attract your first customer within 30 days. Go ahead and subscribe if you are a funnel builder, because I produce new videos every single week, helping funnel builders like you attract and close 5-figure marketing funnels. And in the meantime, give me a like and a share. That really helps out as well. I've probably got a couple of videos here either side talking through some other marketing funnel sales processes, how to sell email marketing maybe, and how to increase your prices. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm Mike from Sell Your Service. I'll see you on the next video. Keep building those funnels.